Happy Friday, folks. We've nearly made it through the first positive month of September in 5 years, breaking the historical trend, and I want to jump right into this week's market pulse so you can see what's changed since last week. The S&P 500 is up once again week over week, and when I look at the McClellan oscillator, it indicates the current rally has some strength behind it. On the consumer front, we lost ground from last week as consumers are getting less confident about the economy. I'll come back to that in just a minute. We didn't have any changes this week to jobs or manufacturing, which are still between mixed and positive, but we did have an inflation measure flip from red to green, and that's the PCE index. You don't need to know what it is, but suffice to say, it means that inflation is not getting worse. But I've got to be honest, when I go to the store and see shrinkflation in cereal boxes or the same cut of tri-tip costing me 10% more than it did last year, I don't feel like my dollars are having as much purchasing power as they did in the past. And just because inflation is supposedly in check, that doesn't mean prices will ever go back to where they were before. But if you do know of anywhere that still has steak and lobster and a baked potato for only $6.99, don't keep it to yourself, okay? It's no wonder consumers are feeling less confident, but the good news is this week's market pulse has a little more green and a little less red. Next week we'll have new data on jobs, and let's hope it's positive and reliable data that won't be revised downward after the election. That's all I've got for today. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday.